Now, as a medic, you didn't have a weapon, did you?
No, I had a Red Cross armband, and that was it. And that was, I had enough to do just taking care of casualties without worrying about having a weapon and using a weapon. According to the Geneva Conventions, you could have a weapon, but you couldn't have any identification that you were a medic or wear the Red Cross armband. But we also felt that if we had carried a weapon, we wouldn't be able to concentrate on our job as medics, and we weren't qualified, to fire weapons.
Did the Germans respect their side of the Geneva Conventions?
Some did and some didn't. It was, you never knew. You couldn't rely on it. In Normandy, we had medics killed, taking care of wounded. And by the same token, you run into a situation. Like in Normandy, Charlie Lieberth, who was an A Company soldier in my unit, was very badly wounded in Normandy. He was probably struck by explosives fired by an 88 millimeter from a tank. And he was bleeding and had fractures and shrapnel throughout. And I rushed to his aid, and of course the main thing is to stop bleeding and then save the individual's life that way. And in those days we used tourniquets. And as I was working on him, administering first aid, a German tank started coming down the road, and Charlie recognized this. He knew what was going on, even though he'd been badly wounded. And all of a sudden he said, Morgan, get the hell out of here. He says, this tank coming along the road, there's no point in both of us being killed. And I just kept concentrating on taking care of him. There's no way I was going to leave him. And he kept saying, get out of here, get out of here. And I must have said, Charlie, I'm not leaving. And finally the tank, we were on the side of the road, the tank was even with us on the road, and the turret opened up, the cover of the turret, and the German sticks his head out the tank, and he looks down at us, and Charlie says, oh my God. He says, they're going to get us both. They're going to kill us both. All of a sudden, the German went down, back in, pulled the cover shut, and the tank took off. And Charlie said, well, there is some honor on the battlefield after all.